Alright guys, this is Videogamelover58 and I'm here to review Wrestlemania, the arcade game for the Sega 32X. This version came out, I think, summer 1995. Now before I continue, I'm going to quickly show you the Sega Genesis version in terms of graphics. As you can see, the Genesis version looks a little bit more grainy, and the pictures look a little bit more blurry, and the sound is just okay. So this is the 32X version. The graphics are a lot more colorful in this version because of the 32X being 32-bit, and the sound being a lot better because it's using different types, more sound channels. If you haven't played Wrestlemania, the arcade game, I'll break it down. You play as either one of 8 wrestlers from the WWF back in 1995, and you duke it out with another opponent. You can either go for the Intercontinental Championship belt or the World Wrestling Heavyweight Championship belt. It basically plays like Mortal Kombat. It makes sense because it's made by Midway. It also uses digitized graphics. The gameplay itself, each character has 2 Mayhem moves, and the Mayhem moves are the exact same for each character in terms of input. So for example, if you do Bam Bam Bigelow, which you grab an opponent and hit down C and spam the Z button, he'll do his Mayhem move. If you do Doink the Clown and you do the same thing, the same input as you normally do with Bam Bam Bigelow, it will work just fine. So the 32X version came out around summer 95, and it's basically an upgraded version of the Genesis original. The graphics are a lot more vibrant than the Genesis version, and it sounds better. There's also some more voice samples. For example, if you grab Razor Ramon, he'll say, "Oh no, 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 not that. That was not present in the Sega Genesis version." And Doink the Clown, if you grab him, he'll say, "Oh no, 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 not that." So there are more voice samples that weren't in the Genesis version. Now, so you're gonna think, okay, it sounds great, all the 8 characters are there, and it looks amazing. So how's the gameplay? The gameplay and the controls are very well, except for one area, the frame rate. It actually runs 30 frames per second, and I believe the reason for this is to reduce the lag of having 4 wrestlers on the screen, and not to mention that the sprites are a lot bigger. So it may not look like it, the 32X version actually runs 30 frames per second. That could be a big breaker to a lot of people who don't really like to play fighting games in 30 frames per second. I'm now going to show you once again the Sega Genesis version. As you can see here, the Sega Genesis version actually runs in 60 frames per second. The gameplay and controls are very, very smooth. They're very responsive. And if there's 4 wrestlers on the screen, there is lag. But if one character goes down, the lag disappears. So it's kind of a big disappointment for the 32X version that it doesn't run the full 60 frames. But there is one positive to that, is there's no lag. So that's a really good thing. I will say this version can be pretty chaotic sometimes. The AI can be very vicious, even in its easiest difficulty, so be a little careful. This version actually kind of spiked up in price recently. Back almost 10 years ago, like in 2010, I picked up my copy of this game for like around $10. Now, I kind of don't really see it that much on eBay, and it goes for around almost 35 to 40 bucks loose. So kind of steep a little bit. So if you're gonna pick this version up, just try your best to find it in a good price. If not, then I would recommend the Genesis version, since it does run in 60 frames. But if you get past that the 32X version only runs at 30 frames per second, this is still a very good version. And plus, there's no load time, as the PS1 version runs at 60 frames, but there's a lot of load time, and it loads a lot in the last match. So overall, Wrestlemania arcade game on the 32X is pretty good. So I recommend this version. And that's the end of my review. I'll see you guys later. Peace.